Today I'm going to be making the famous spaghetti. The world's best spaghetti, in my opinion. It's a very popular opinion, in this house. So, these are the ingredients you're going to need. You're going to need one can of minced olives and 1 can of minced mushrooms. Black olives, by the way. 2 cans of mushrooms. Also some minced garlic, chopped onions, 3 bottles of marinara of tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce to most people, and some extra virgin olive oil. So I forgot to mention that you also need 2 quart bags of pre-browned beef and 1.5 packets of this kind of spaghetti pasta. Well, you don't need this kind, but this is the kind we use and we love it. So you don't actually need pre-browned ground beef like this I have here, but it's just really, really convenient to have on hand, because there are so many things that you make that your average person might make that uses ground beef. I didn't use the ground beef for the pre-browned beef for the stroganoff video because, I don't know, we had other meat to use and we thought it would be better. This here, you may have noticed this simmering in the background. This, we have it on medium high-ish. It's just pre-boiling water for the pasta. There's the pasta. It's pre-boiling water for the pasta. You see, after we've made the sauce and stuff, we're going to put the pasta in here to cook. So now you will need about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Is that 2 tablespoons?
A little more.
Okay.
That's it.
There, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So the next thing you'll need to do is put, this is like 1 onion, right?
1 huge onion.
1 huge chopped onion into your pot with your olive oil in it. Make sure to scrape out the bowl. Makes cleaning a bit easier. So I have now let the onions sweat, and it's time to put in the garlic. You should have about this much. Just eyeball it, I guess. Make sure to scrape it out. Again, makes cleaning easier, and more garlic equals good. And good equals yummy. Yummy equals happy. Happy is very good. Happy is what you want. So, the next ingredient you will need is the ground beef. So just dump out your bags of corn and put your ground beef into your pot. The same pot with all the onions and garlic and olive oil. Okay. And then add some salt and some pepper in there. Make sure to stir also. Never forget to stir. Also, we pre-thawed the ground beef. That's the wrong side. Salt and pepper. So here's the secret ingredient we're putting in. Tony's original Creole seasoning. Put it in, not too much. Okay, so the next thing is to put in all of your olives and mushrooms. Just scrape them in there. So I've now scraped all of the olives and mushrooms in there. Took a while. So now just let it cook in there, stirring occasionally-ish. I know this doesn't really look like sauce at the moment, but trust me, it'll become sauce. It becomes the heart and soul of the dish, which makes it really weird that some people would choose to eat the spaghetti without the sauce. Particularly my sister. I don't know why. It seems like just such a... It seems like such a waste. A waste of spaghetti. If you're gonna eat spaghetti, you need good sauce. If you don't have your good sauce, what are you doing? So, now that that's been cooking for a little bit, add in your tomato sauce. Just pour it in, and once most of it's in, put some water in there, put the lid back on, and then shake it. Shake it like I'm a wimp, don't judge. So, continue putting it all in. Just make sure you get all of it out of the jars. That was easier than the other one. See, look, now it looks a lot more like a sauce than it did earlier. Because earlier it looked more like a stew, you know, the makings of a stew. But now it looks like a sauce. Vaguely. It will look more like a sauce. So you may have noticed my hoodie. My hoodie suggests that I went to the Oregon State Chess Championships. And the reason it suggests that is because I did. I did go there. I didn't win anything though. You see, I was playing up, so I was in the wrong division, which is really a shame because they had really nice trophies. And for the first time ever, and probably for the last time, they were giving out trophies, honorable mention trophies, instead of medals for plus scores or even scores. But I didn't get one. So the reason they were doing that, just fun fact, is because delivery problems. The medals didn't arrive, so they used spare trophies from somewhere, I think. So I'm lucky about that, and unlucky that I was playing up. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to taste the sauce now. You may have noticed I'm no longer wearing my hoodie. That's because I don't want to ruin it, as I've done to so many other hoodies before it. Very tasty. Best sauce ever. This is boiling. So, if your water starts boiling before your sauce is cooked, don't worry about it. Just put in the pasta, right? Yeah, just put in the pasta a little bit earlier, and I guess turn the heat down a bit so it cooks a little bit slower. Oh, and one other thing about the pasta. Never cut it. Never cut your pasta. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea. It is a sin. Do not cut your pasta. So again, I must remind you again, never cut your pasta. You see, my dad cut his pasta once, and then his hair fell out. So, learn from his mistake. Don't make it yourself. True story, by the way. He did actually lose his hair when he cut his pasta. It might not be directly related, but I choose to believe it is. So, make sure to put a wooden spoon on top of this while you let it boil, because they say if you put a wooden spoon on top of it, it won't overboil. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, you will have leftover spaghetti sauce for a little bit. So, if you're a kid watching who wants to have spaghetti more often, just make the sauce. Then you'll be forcing your parents to make the spaghetti noodles. So I turned off the heat for the spaghetti sauce, and I've also turned off the heat for this, and so I'm going to be tasting the pasta now. Ow. I did not fart. That sound you heard that sounded like a fart was not a fart. Okay? I needed a fork. It needs a little bit longer, but it should be good soon. It's still steaming, so maybe it'll cook while we set the table and stuff. So, we've taken the pasta out of the pot, and we've taken it out of the water. We've put it aside here. We've put some olive oil in it so the pasta doesn't stick together and make rafts. So, here I have sample plate. I'm going to taste it with some Parmigiano Reggiano. Mix that in a little bit. And then grab a bit of pasta, like so. Grab a bit of sauce. Yeah, really not bad for my first ever making of spaghetti. I'm a bit of a messy eater, so definitely make this.